I guess I'm a little early, so here I am. Sunday night is a difficult sell. I said this last week as well. It's hard to get people in here on Sunday night. But you know what? I'm here anyway, and that's what matters. And I'm glad you're here for coming in here eventually. Welcome. Bill Marion. I'm Bill Marion. This is a Nose to live stream. Welcome one, welcome all. I need an engineer, I'm telling you. Glad you're here as we kick off. I don't even remember what night of Vlogmas we're on. I think it's something like 14 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. I know that last night was marvelous. Had a great time in looking at the chat. And I actually watched, I never usually watch a live stream or re-watch it because I'm always like paranoid about how bad. Good to see you, Shane. Let's go. It's the go train. Yeah, so I was watching this this video today on YouTube about this train in Alaska that goes to Fairbanks, and this guy goes up there and he's going to see the Northern Lights or something, and I couldn't help but think about Walter Langston. I'm telling you, man, Walter Langston has a good thing going with trains in Virginia, and he needs to start booking trips for people, like advertising, hey, you can see the best of West Virginia on a train. What do you think, guys? I think we could help him. I think we could help him. Welcome to A Nose for Life. My name is Bill Marion, and tonight we talk about the ghost of Christmas. I don't even know what that means, but hey, it's a Christmas carol, and it's about this time of year that everybody starts, rolling out this Scrooge, the different versions of Scrooge. My favorite, of course, being the Bill Murray version of it back in the 80, 87, 88. Big Frog's in the house. Hello, Big Frog. It's good to see you. Spooky. It is spooky. I'm going to tell you something. That word spooky's loaded, Shane. You know that. The word spooky will get you. It'll get you in trouble. The word spooky will get you in trouble. You say spooky too many times, things happen. Especially if you end up a video, something spooky in it. I'm telling you, thumbs down all around for the word spooky. How was everybody? It's a Sunday. Anybody worn out? Kind of worn out. Sundays will get you. Especially if you're going to church and stuff like that and you work during the week. It can be difficult, to say the least. It can be difficult. But hey, it's rewarding. And oh, come all ye faithful. Hey, tonight, you guys have got to lead the way. You guys have got to tell me aspects of A Christmas Carol that are just silly. Let me give you a few. First of all, poor Ebenezer Scrooge. Let's talk about this for a minute. Poor Ebenezer Scrooge. He's just a businessman. Wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody's saying, what's that background noise? That is a jam is what that is. But if it's too loud, I'm glad you pointed it out. Todd's in the house. Good to see you, Todd. Thanks for pointing out if the mix is too loud. You never can tell with the mix. It could go either way. But thank you for letting me know. I wouldn't call it noise. I mean, it's kind of Motownish. But I wouldn't call it noise. So yeah, Todd says, elves were Masons and started them, and Santa is the Grand Poonah. So Santa's a Grand Poonah, and so you're saying he was a Mason. See, I didn't know any of this stuff. This is good stuff. This is why we have this channel right here, is to point out stuff about Christmas. I'm convinced Ebenezer Scrooge was a victim, that they brainwashed him into becoming this, let's just be honest, this softy, I mean, this guy's a great capitalist. He's making money, saving money, keeping labor down, and not letting the government take too much of his money to throw it away on frivolous things like feeding the poor. Am I right? Come on, people. He's a victim. And he needs a bailout. We need to talk about this, about rewriting A Christmas Carol and making it healthy. It's the kids' family noise. I totally get that. It's precious, but it's still noise. Big Frog Barbecue says, gotta go for a few minutes. Be back as quick as I can. All right, leave an advert though. If you're gonna do a segue, you got to leave an advert. Like sponsored by Colgate or whatever. Not town. I do not know the reference there. I'm lost in the not town, but that's fine. Not town. Summer in the city. I don't know. Oh, Motown. Not town, Motown. I got you. Yeah, so Ebenezer Scrooge, you've got the different versions. One of my favorite version of the actual Christmas Carol, or two. One of them is the George C. Scott version, and that's because George C. Scott is awesome. He came out, that version came out in the 80s. Didn't have a whole lot of, I don't know, it wasn't really celebrated as much. I think it was a made-for-TV kind of event, but it was really good. George C. Scott being awesome. And the whole thing was that George C. Scott did a great job, but it wasn't a great production. It's a long story. But then there's this one that came out in the 1930s or 20s, and it's just hysterical. It's not that it's a great version of Scrooge. It's just the acting and writing is so bad that I love it. I love it. Chris P. What's up, Chris P? Welcome. Haven't seen you comment, so welcome. I'm a first-time listener, first-time commenter. Capitalism ruined Christmas. If y'all don't believe me, you can pay off my loan. Word? I hear you, man. You pay off mine, I'll pay off yours. Big Gaz, welcome from down under, Big Gaz. Good to see you. Greetings from the Antipodes. It's Latin, Antipodes. Antipodes, right? No, maybe? It could be. That's fine. So, yeah, AI is playing tricks on everybody, too. And I'm having a blast with AI. Everybody's complaining about AI. Speaking of capitalism, everybody's complaining about AI except me. I'm loving it. I'm thinking, man, the shortcuts, the misinformation galore. I mean, remember back when misinformation and disinformation and all that stuff was a big deal? And now AI, now that it's in the billionaires' hands, now that it's in the hands of the technocracy, misinformation is in vogue. Disinformation in vogue. Antipodes. Antipodes. All right, thank you. Antipodes. I like that better, actually. It kind of rolls off the tongue. Antipodes. Ladies and gentlemen, Antipodes. Welcome again. If you guys don't care, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Make sure you comment and keep it lively, people. It is as fun as you guys make it in the comments. You guys make this thing worth it. It is great. You guys are actually leading this. I'm just here. I'm just the trained monkey on camera. That's all I am. And I don't training. Well, that's kind of a loose description of this. It's more like, I don't know, negative reinforcement. Walter Langston is in the house. I was just talking about you earlier that you're missing out, Walter, on a great opportunity to do trips in West Virginia because you're a train guy and you could find a passenger train there, probably Cass Railroad or something, and book trips and make a little bit of money. I'm just saying. Let's throwing that out there for you. That's a great opportunity. But he says, almost forgot about the live stream. How could you, Walter? Was watching Star Trek. Star Trek is awesome, though, especially during Christmas. All the old series, not the last one. What's it called? I don't know. It was kind of bad. Most of the series were kind of bad in the new ones, that are on Paramount. But the last one was okay. The last series, I think they're in their last episodes right now. Me now says Antipodes. I'm not even saying. You're a big gas says humbug, as the shepherd said to the sheep. Oh, bah, humbug. Okay, I get it. It took me a minute. Walter says Deep Space Nine, I think. No. I'm talking about this time around. And I still can't. It's the Pike series, Captain Pike, and it's sort of like old Star Trek, but not. It's like the captain before Captain Kirk or something. I don't know. It's one of those. It's really good. They're on a mission in space. Yeah, Space Scrooge. That would be a good, Space Scrooge. You got to deal with some stuff there. Big Ass says, hello to Strong's Adventures, and Walter Langston have not seen that one. I cannot remember the name of it right now. Strange New Worlds. That's it. Strange New Worlds. It's pretty good. It's on its 5th season coming up here, and I liked it. I liked it okay. I mean, they don't do Star Trek well anymore for some reason. It got too preachy, too political, too stuff that, too modern, Listen, I'm not a skinny person. I want to say that for the record. I'm not a skinny person. And Big Frog will tell you that. We met for coffee, had a great time. And I'm not. I'm short and fat and proud of that. I'm like Winnie the Pooh, but the life-size version of it, okay? And I'm just saying, I don't know that fat people, and I'm one of them, so I can say this. I don't know if fat people should serve in the Coast Guard, which is what Star Trek would be. And I'm throwing that out there. Walter Langston says, plan to hike across West Virginia this spring and summer. Enjoy best hiking in the world. I hope you hike up into Monongahela National Forest, then a crossover to the Appalachian Trail in Virginia, across the Great Valley there. Outstanding. Shane says, Bob Cratchit was a DEI hire. He was. That's fact, people. Hashtag, remember back when we did that? Hashtag facts. Got the Allegheny Trail up in here. You can go up to Pennsylvania, and there's some great hiking up there as well. That whole region's just wonderful. The weather's great. You will get carried away by insects in northern West Virginia in the summer. They will absolutely, it sounds like helicopters when they're coming in. The theme of Apocalypse Now should be playing when the insects arrive in that part of West Virginia. It's just soupy and wet and watery. Big Gas says, I'm 6'1" when I lie down. Oh my. Oh wow. Plan to hike across. Yeah, that's it. I've cleaned him up there. I was trying to look for the next comment because I don't know. You just can't top that one. So Scrooge, Bob Cratchit was a DEI hire, and I'm convinced that Scrooge was done wrong. That really the truth is they should have left him alone, and they would have pulled out of they would have pulled themselves up by their bootstraps there in early 19th century England. Big stomach from a life of beer. Big Gaz is a poster child for like the Australian burly guy, it's like perfect poster child. I love it. Australian for beer. Foster's. Remember that commercial? Foster's. Australian for beer. I don't know. But yeah. So what are your thoughts on A Christmas Carol? You got three ghosts coming in, which is overkill. So much overkill there. You've got three ghosts, and one of them is like terrifying. The ghost of Christmas present or future is terrifying, going to scare Ebenezer into submission, which is just wrong to scare somebody into submission like that. It's terrible. Billy at Strong's Adventures. What up, Billy? But when you stand up, Big Gaz, you are about 5'3". Foster's is dingo pee. We don't drink it, mate. No, I would say it's like this. Kind of like, I remember Mom coming back from Australia. Her and her husband went to Australia. It's been 20 years ago. And they had a great time. They were there 3 weeks, and the grandkids are so tired. My kids are so tired of hearing their stories that every time somebody goes to tell a story, they'll say something like, you mean back in Australia? Because Mom has told so many stories about her time in Australia. She loved it. And the funniest part is, hold on, I'm only hearing kids, you, Carolyn, Levin, Ezekiel crying. Can you guys hear me okay? Are you guys hearing any other chatter besides me? I had somebody text me and say something about background noise. There's some Motown playing in the background, but I don't have any. There's nothing else. Speak once now or forever hold your peace. I'm not sure what she might have something. Let's see. You might have something else in the background if you're still watching now. You might have something else going in the background. I heard nothing else. Yeah, I think you probably got something playing in the background. For the listener watcher who sent me a text just now, I think something's going on. You got to minimize. You got to do some things and track that noise down, or sign out of your computer, sign back on. That works. But anyway, back to Australia. So yeah, Mom went to Australia and she came back, and I am completely lost now with what I was going to say. I'm so sorry. Chris P says no static noise for moi. No static noise for me. Thank you for letting me know, guys. Thank you for letting me know. She has bugged your house and it's bleeding over. Hey, listen, I'm dealing with people bugging me already. No joke. I can't get into it right now, but people, that song, Somebody Feels Like, or sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me or something like that. That is the story of my life right now. It's hilarious. Shrimp on the bar, the Buarby. She has bugged your house. Okay, shrimp on the bobby. No, they went to Australia and they came back. That's where the story was at. They came back and they loved kangaroo meat. No, I'm serious. They loved it. And like they went to the Outback. They'd never been to the Outback here, the restaurant here. And they were trying to relive an Australian moment, went to the Outback and were sorely disappointed that it's a steakhouse. And it was just kind of a funny story. If and again, Outback was still recent, not new, but new-ish, but they had ever been. So it kind of blew their mind for just a moment. But yeah, so that's my Australian story. I've never been to Australia. Something for down the road. I always feel like the feds are watching me, because they are, Chris. They are definitely watching you. They're watching you right now. Like, as the screen plays, information is being recorded. Every time we've talked about hunting Ewoks, elf meat, all that stuff is subversive, and we'll get you on the watch list. Now, if you didn't know, we swap recipes in here about elf meat and Ewok meat and hunting tips for tracking down the best Ewok. And personally, California is ridiculous about hunting restrictions. Ewoks they're everywhere. They're kind of like black bears. They're everywhere. But the best Ewok, in my opinion, are in East Tennessee, mountain areas. And so you want to stick to that. So we've been swapping some stories about Ewok hunting, Ewok cooking, and elf cooking. Personally, it started when I talked about deep frying an elf, and in the turkey pot, instead of deep fried turkey, it's deep fried elf. And I like to, flour them up, drop them in there, about 15 minutes. And it's just crispy. It's kind of bad for you. It's kind of bad for you. I wouldn't say bad for you. It's just not especially lean. It's kind of greasy. Big guesses. I don't know about anyone else, but my toilet is connected to my doorbell and phone. Sit down, and one of them will go off, guaranteed. I would put money on that in my house. There are times I have to put it on my phone on airplane mode just to have some peace, because it just doesn't stop. I thought I was playing the keyboard today. My phone was just chiming over and over again, and it's work related, and I'm supposed to be off, but yeah. So the phone's just bing, 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 bing. I mean, from the time I left church to the time I got home, it just doing its thing, chiming. And that's all that was wrong with Ebenezer Scrooge. He was overworked, because he's having to carry the load for Bob Cratchit, who doesn't want to work. He's lazy. And that's what was really going on there. Bob Cratchit's trying to run up the heat bill, trying to hurt the company, the bottom line. How does Bob Cratchit think he's going to get paid unless Scrooge can turn a profit? It's just wrong. It's anti-business. It's anti-business. Don't forget about the Oompa Loompas. They taste like chicken too. Listen, I have some religious restrictions against eating Oompa Loompa meat. I didn't want to go into this on the channel, but the truth is that I'm not supposed to eat blue meat. I have eaten it, but blue meat is So it's not that I don't appreciate Oompa Loompa hunting. I do. It's fun. It's fun. It's a good time. They're very sneaky. They tend to fight back. They tend to hunt back. It's kind of crazy. As a matter of fact, of all the things we've talked about hunting and eating, Oompa Loompas are probably the most sporting. It's a religious thing. Blue meat, Smurf. When we talked about Smurf, I was kind of holding back a little bit there, but that's why I don't jump into the blue meat discussion. And it's why I don't go see the blue men that perform, the percussionist people. It's because, it can be offensive, to sensitive people. Well, chicken and chocolate. Well, I mean, who doesn't? I like chicken and chocolate. It's just the blue part. I don't know. Oompa Loompa, oopity doo. Yes, they taste like chicken too. Big gas, giving us some poetry, dropping some rhymes. I love it. Now, I heard Tiny Tim was busted playing in a softball league by a workman camp investigator. He was faking that whole time. He was. That was all a scam to get on the government dole, and that's Bob Cratchit once again. Because his daughter made it. His daughter made it to a sewing shop. If you read the book, like, she actually had some mobility, but then Bob got lazy, and he was trying to get on the dole. So I'm trying to help people here. I mean, isn't that what Tucker Carlson would agree? He would talk about this. Snake tastes like chicken too. It does, Walter. It does indeed. Snake tastes like chicken, and gator meat tastes like gator. It's a curveball. You're expecting chicken because everybody says it tastes like chicken. No, it doesn't. It tastes like gator. It's a very unique taste. But snake, being that it's a snake and tricky, it tastes like chicken. I'm just saying. I'm just talking here. What am I doing? Why do I have a podcast? I'm just talking. I don't normally have a podcast. I'm actually working on a video right now that I'm trying to get out Tuesday night. And it's a Nutcracker video. I'm expecting all of you to watch and make some kind of crazy comment, knowing that the video that I'm releasing is shtick. And what I mean by that is it's off brand a little bit, and it's just sappy. It's just sappy. But there are people that watch our channel that will appreciate sappy. It's about nutcrackers. Seriously, I know that's been the theme of the year, as far as our live stream goes. And it's just sappy. And so it's kind of like a history of the nutcrackers, a nutcracker thing, if you will. Walter Langston, Strong's Adventure says, yes, sir, but a lot more bones. Absolutely. Absolutely. They talk about, survivalist, eat snake and all this stuff. Man, I'll eat snake, but I would much rather find something else to eat. A hummingbird, any type of colorful bird is good eating. I mean, let's just be honest. The color pierces through the meat. Todd says nutcrackers on Mars. I almost made that AI song. I'm not kidding you, Todd. I almost typed that into the AI and said, make a song about nutcrackers. I was kind of worried about what would come out. Australia has 11 of the top 20 world's most venomous snakes. Come on down. You may not get bit. Another reason right there why Australia scares me to death. Right there. Because everything can kill you there. Strong's Adventure says, are we going to get another Opryland video? You know what? I don't know that there's a story there anymore. I could go even deeper, and there's another story. There's a couple of more stories to tell, but you just start getting your audience more and more narrow at that point. Most people are like, yeah, I remember that. Oh, nostalgia. And then they're over it. It's like, yeah, it's gone, whatever. Like everything else, it went the way of the dinosaur. I was going to interview Gaylord executives about it. Like that was in the works. This is before the last video. And then I was tired. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So that fell through, but it fell through on my part, not their part. I've got to say that actually Gaylord was very helpful. They were not bashful at all about the Opryland thing. They pointed me towards the right place to get information too. They know. Walter says, need to ask AI to make a song about what does that say? Royal Fanny? I don't know what that is. Royal Fanning. That's a Fanning sibling or something. I can't read it. Royal Fanning. I don't know what that is. Somebody help me here. So Scrooge. So Christmas gifts. What do we do with Christmas gifts here? I mean, it's like and that's what made me think about Scrooge. I always wait till like Christmas Eve to go Christmas shopping, or the day before Christmas Eve. And because it's fun. It's fun. The crowds, the mall, all the people in a hurry that put things off to the last minute. It's a great time. You get a coffee or two coffees. You walk around and you bump into people and get mad that there's not enough supply. Strong's Adventure says, at Bill Marion, do you know how many conspiracy theorists are on this channel? I would say every single person on this channel is in some form or fashion a conspiracy theorist. But I saw an article the other day that actually it wasn't an article. It was a tweet that was article-ish that said that most people now have a handful of conspiracies that they believe, that they just are. And I'm like, a handful? Man, I'd say most people now are just like walking what we would call a conspiracy theorist 20 years ago. That's just philosophy now. That's just the way people live life. Chris 308, the only thing that needs a great reset is Christmas. We don't need to get rid of it, but we really need to fix it. All right, let's talk about it. I think you got a great topic, Chris. That's a great topic. How do we fix Christmas? Well, first of all, Christmas. Let's talk about this. Let's address the elephant in the room. Christmas, what is it about? It's about the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord. I'm a Christian. I have no problem telling you that I believe in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. That Jesus was born of a virgin. And the whole Bible thing, I believe in all of it. So we have to start there and say, okay, there's your reason that Christmas is there. No, that's not the real birth of Christ. We know that. It was a time that was set aside to celebrate the birth of Christ. Maybe it did correspond with correlate to the winter solstice. Okay. That's just good marketing by the church people. So besides that, let's fix Christmas. I like Christmas trees. Let's start there. Do we do Christmas trees? Do we keep Christmas trees in Christmas? Somebody go ahead. Let's go. Let's hear it. Rail fanning. Walter, I have no idea. What is rail fanning? Tell us what rail fanning is. Big Gas says, Dickens, first line. I love his first. Marley was dead to begin with. I love the opening. I love Charles Dickens, by the way. Love Charles Dickens. Marley was dead. First line of the book. Marley got crushed in the Christmas rush. Yeah, he did. Of course he did. Of course he did. That, and I would say Bob Cratchit and his ways, and the workers were driving him up a wall. And they want to pin everything on being selfish. Not selfish. He's just trying to run a business, people. He's just trying to run a business. Just trying to, keep the costs down so he can keep people employed. So, yeah. So, come on now. How are we going to fix Christmas? How are we going to fix it? I love, Chris, I love what you served up there. I love the dinner you're serving. I am digesting it. We keep the tree. What else are we keeping about Christmas? Are we keeping presents? Are we putting a limit on the amount we're spending? Are we rewrapping stuff from the yard sale the previous summer? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Should we limit it to stockings and gifts under $10? Because people would just end up buying socks like 6 feet long. I'm just saying. Bill at Strong's Adventures. Billy says, oh my God, Bill, rail fanning is us train nerds watching trains. Oh, fanning. Okay, come up with a better name, people. Rail fanning? Really? That's all you guys have? Rail fanning? Come on. Rail fanning. I'm fanning. Choo-choo. Whew, it's hot. I don't know. That is rail fanning. No, I'm not calling it that. I refuse to call that rail fanning. No, Billy. No, Walter. I will not call that rail fanning. If you remember the 30s, Big Gas says, if you remember the 30s movies, Marley died of a rancid tooth. No, I didn't. Is that seriously? Did I miss that? I thought it was he tied his jaws together because of when you die, your mouth drops or some. I don't know. Whatever. But it may have been a rancid tooth. Go to the dentist, people. They were promoting healthy teeth. That's why fluoride should be in the water. Let's talk about it. Since you guys won't come off of Christmas, man. See, everybody complains about Christmas until somebody like good Chris here. Chris is like serving us up something to help us. And he says, hey, make Christmas great again. And he was right. He's like, let's fix Christmas. Let's fix Christmas, people. And I'm trying. That's why I've had the same Christmas tree for 20 plus years. There's no needles on that tree. There's like 5 needles on the whole tree. It's just lights and ornaments. Because I refuse to be commercialized by the Christmas tree syndicate. Yeah, that's right. Most people do. They go in debt at Christmas. And then they're miserable. No, we don't do that. We save up some money and we go that way. And Carol and I, instead of getting each other something, we go somewhere. That's what we do because that's what we do. Rail watchers is a better term. Big Gas says. What rail watchers? But doesn't that sound spooky? It's like coming to a theater near you. Rail watchers. Maybe. I don't know. Big Gas, sir, you are probably the only one in here that was alive in the 30s. And now it's getting real in the chat room. Chris 08 says, I think we need to bring back ailed hog wrangling, and call that Christmas. Yes, South Carolina. If you're wondering, you know what? I'm all for it. Hog wrangling. Let's go hog wrangling for Christmas. What are you doing this year? I'm going hog wrangling in South Carolina. Yes, right outside Batesburg. Right outside Batesburg, South Carolina. It's about at 90 minutes from Myrtle Beach. We'll go hog wrangling and we'll go to Myrtle Beach and enjoy some shark fishing there on the pier. Yeah? Anybody down? There's some timeshare there. I like the Hilton property that is on. There's 2 or 3 nice Hiltons there actually that are really nice. They got a new one there, a new timeshare that I like. They just want ridiculous money. They want money, and I'm not spending money. I'm going to do it for free. No. My first license was for a chariot, Big Gas says. I'm a licensed chariot driver. It's a little late for that, but okay. Walter says, have not put up a tree in years. I have cats and trees don't end well. What is it? And trees don't end well for a tree. Well, here's the thing. Cats are cats, trees are trees, and cats like to climb trees. Just put up one for the kitties, Walter Langston said, or Billy says to Walter Langston, here's the thing. Would Scrooge have bought a Christmas tree? There wasn't one in his office. Again, he's saving money, trying to think about the economy, trying to think about others before himself. Instead of his decadence, he's thinking about conservation. And think about all the money that he spent on Christmas Day, having people work for him. Remember, he wakes up and he's like, oh, there's time. There's time. And, he opens the shutter and he says, you there in the street. Well, who does he hire? Who's the first person he hires? A young kid. That's child labor right there. I'm telling you, Scrooge was brainwashed in his sleep. They put gas or something in his room. He was brainwashed. Big guess is our dogs know there's a present for them under the tree. They'll sit and stare at it. Just put up one for the kitties. That was Billy Strong's adventures. Then Strong says, do the elves know anything about cast iron? Old EIB had a CL factory and he needed to pump the CL out as fast as he needs. I am lost on that one too, Billy. I am so sorry that I've got turned around on that comment. I'm sorry. I have no idea what that means. It's me tonight. It's not you. It's me. It's me. I'm just really upset about this Scrooge thing. I'm trying to work my way through it. We're trying to make Christmas great again. We're trying to make it to where when the family gets together, we drop the tension. The tension, the anxiety, the anger, the frustration, the mitigated gall, whatever. You there in the street. What day is it? It's Christmas Day, sir. Oh, there's still time. There's still time. Right? That's right. There's still time to what? Shop? Well, that means that there are stores that are open on Christmas Day. Stores are open on Christmas Day. It's a capitalistic society. You can't close your store unless everybody closes their store. I'm trying to help people today. I'm sure, Chris, me and you are in here trying to help. How do we fix Christmas? First of all, you shut down the whole month of December. You just shut it down. Look, we know how to isolate now. If COVID taught us anything, it's how to lock our doors and pretend no one else is in the world. And so we do that the entire month of December. We lock our doors. Alcohol. I'm not reading that, Chris. Not reading that. Not going to do it. Nope. I've had those Christmases. Been a long time, but I've had those Christmases. Me now says, change figgy pudding to medical figgy. Okay, I stirred that pot, no pun intended, too long. Whole family is happy. Whole family is happy. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, changes the whole thing, right? Cast iron. Oh, duh. Okay. ELB is Ebenezer Scrooge. Now let me reread that with that in mind. I'm sorry. I missed it. Do elves know anything about cast iron? Old, what was he at? Cast iron had a cast iron. What is he? Okay, I got lost on CIB. I'm going to hurt myself. Oh, old Ebenezer Scrooge had a cast iron factory, and he needed to pump the cast iron out as fast as he needed. That's true. That's a fact. You're not wrong. That's a fact. Yes, they're in the street. What day is it? It's Christmas Day, sir. I bought a tree, Big Gas says. I bought a tree the other day. The salesperson asked, are you going to put it up yourself? And I said, I was thinking more the living room. Making Christmas great again. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Change figgy pudding to medical. Yeah, I think that would everybody's quiet too. Talk about a quiet Christmas. That would be a quiet, but you're going to eat all the food. It's going to be the best tasting Christmas you ever had. Talk about eating some elf, man. 2020 was a crazy year, Walter Langston said. Yes, it was crazy. It was crazy. We all learned that we were in this together. We were in this together, people. Us, Ebenezer Scrooge, Bob Cratchit, we were all in Christmas together. I was so over 2020 by Christmas. I remember the live stream that year. You can go back and watch, and we're all making jokes about the situation, just going, is this still happening? like laughing about it. And then 2021, there was a little bit of an edge, like, wow. I don't know that anybody was really participating by the end of 2021 at all. You have a handful of Karens in the mall and stuff that are like, why aren't you wearing a mask? But most of us were done by then. Shane says, our goal has become luring Bill intro reading, long post that ended appropriately. Oh, God. All this is going to be is me laughing and YouTube taking the comments down. It'll be just me laughing. People, what is he laughing at? That makes sense now. Todd says, I worked for Ebenezer at the foundry. It was all about cranking it out. You got to get those iron pots out, man. You got to make some jambalaya. You got to make some good food. I'm ready to get it. It's winter time. It's time to get the cast iron pot out. It's actually already out. It stays on the stove. Nice and seasoned and oiled. Made jambalaya about 4 or 5 times last year. Different variations. Did different stuff, though. It wasn't just jambalaya. I did other stuff, but the same process. Very good. Todd says, that makes sense now. I worked. Okay, same comment. Yeah, everybody's sitting there thinking of their comment to add that I can't comment on, or that I'll just start laughing, which is appropriate. People that are going to watch this on the replay, they may not get. You're going to have to watch all of Vlogmas this year to even understand the inside jokes, because that's what makes it special. That's how we fix Christmas. That, and there's a few other suggestions in here that might work for a lot of people. There are some families where it's not so much. I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say something. It's just, if you're going to put so much pressure on yourself at Christmas to have a good time and everybody fights and all that stuff, it's probably better just to get away for Christmas. I'm just saying. Just take a week off. Just take off. Run somewhere. I spent 3 Christmases in the Army, and it was fine. The world went on. I was away from home. It was great. I was fine. It's not like Christmas didn't happen. Christmas still happened. You go to the mess hall, they'd have a turkey. It was so depressing. They have a tree and ornaments and ice. They had an ice sculpture at Fort Benning, Georgia. They actually had an ice sculpture in the mess hall, and had some church group doing choir, Christmas carols. It was so depressing. I thought, what makes this worse is them trying to make it Christmas. If it'd just be another day in the Army, it'd be fine. Anyway, I digress. Bill Gas says, Scrooge got a nice goose at the end, which, by the way, we've already talked about this. Goose is terrible. Geese taste terrible. Anybody like geese in here? Anybody? Strong's the Adventure says, if we're going to talk about Christmas past, I just want to say I do not miss the 70s. Food like Jell-O salads and fondue. I don't miss the 70s either. I remember the 70s. I just don't remember the food especially. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. So that tells me something. Walter Langston says, sometimes I put an inside joke in my videos that just friends will get. Well, I hope you continue to do so. I watched one of your shorts today, and I'm trying to remember the emphasis on it. There was a train there. You were doing gas pumps on one of them, and about the gas, which I know exactly where the gas station's at, and how they hadn't put the new handles in, or whatever they're called. Billy, I'm fondue too. Chris P. I've spent so many Christmases in a hotel on accident. It's just, oops. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how it happened. I just landed here. I was driving around and landed in the hospital. Oops. Or hotel. Man, I can't get it right tonight. I'm just all over the place. I apologize. Because I'm telling you why, though. It's the whole Scrooge thing has messed me up. Just thinking about it. You got the Ghost of Christmas Past. And I'm glad you brought that up. It's a great segue there, Billy, to talk about the Ghost of Christmas Past. So if I have a Ghost of Christmas Past coming up, the sad part is I think the ghost would just sit there and go, well, it's me again. It's kind of boring. Scrooge had this interesting kind of past, if you think about it. Love lost and all this kind of stuff. And with me, it would just be, you messed this up. You screwed that up. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're doing it again. What are you doing? What are you doing, Bill? What are you doing? Yeah, my Christmas past ghost is like, he's from Brooklyn. Hey, Bill, what are you doing, Bill? What are you doing? Strong's Adventure says, don't get me wrong. I really miss Christmas, I do miss Christmas of the 70s, just not food sometimes. I miss the Christmas of the 70s and 80s, yeah, and 90s for that matter. Christmas got weird after September 11th. Let's just say it. I don't want to get into that conspiracy. Well, sure, we can. I'm just saying things got weird after that. I've always said the world changed, but not changed in like, people just instantly. It was just like everything really changed, and not just in a twisted kind of dark way. I don't know. I'll let you guys mull that over and jump in there and discuss. Big Gaz says, late 60s, mid 70s, a bit of a blur to me. I think there's still a dragon in my fridge. Probably. Listen, you've not lived until there's still leftover dragon from the year before. I think there's one in the deep freeze at Mom's house. I don't have a deep freeze now, but I forget who we gave our deep freeze to. We gave it to somebody or gave it back to somebody. I can't remember, but we gave it away when we moved to Virginia, and we didn't need it anymore. We didn't, because you could just go outside. It was cold. I don't know. Late 60s, mid 70s, a blur to me. Yeah, I miss the Americana of the 70s and the 80s. You know what I mean by that? Like, it was still, there was still a level of innocence that predominated the 70s and 80s. I mean, what was left of it, I guess? What was left of it? You know what I'm saying? Nobody going to take me up on that offer to talk about September 11th. I just served you guys a softball there, and nobody swung at it. I thought this was a conspiracy podcast, people. I thought we were conspiracy, and if y'all are going to say railroad fanning, I'm going to say conspiracy, and railroad fanning. I'm going to use that. So never heard that in my life. It's new to me. It's new. I've got to go to the museum, though. I agree with Billy that that is an easy video to make. That is a slam dunk video that will get some views. I don't know how many views, but it'll get views. It'll pay some bills. It'll do something. Somebody will be happy in watching some crazy, railroad. I'll have to get all kinds of railroad sounds, though, like all kinds of train whistle stuff. And, oh, yeah. It was simpler time back then. Doors left unlocked, neighbors keeping an eye out for one another, or neighbors robbing neighbors. I mean, sometimes you ran into that, but that was okay. You were neighbors. It was okay to find your tools in your neighbor's house. It happened all the time, but now the neighbors, instead of just taking your tools for their use, they sell them. It's wrong. It's just wrong. Me now says, back in 1987, we rolled a Yuletide log on Christmas Day. I woke up 3 days later surrounded by naked elves and half-eaten Ewok. That's oh, bring us some piggy pudding. No, bring. It's a jolly Christmas. We need to bring the word jolly back, don't we? It's a jolly good time. It's a jolly good time. Are you having a jolly good time? Why don't we have the word jolly? Why don't we have those cool words anymore? We don't. We have crazy stuff now. Have you heard the slang the kids are using these days? It's all over the place. I guess it makes sense, though, like some of the stuff they say. Like pizza. I mean, this is an old one. This is like 5, 6, 7 years old, but they call it zaw. Pizza. Zaw. You gonna have some zaw over at Dad's house? Ooh, zaw. Whatever. It's fine. That's fine. You want to call it whatever you want to. That's all Ebenezer was trying to do, is get some zaw. He was just trying to make some food, put some pizza on the table for the kids. That's all he was trying to do. Do a little DoorDash at home. What does he say? He's not even eating right, people. He says, I must have had a bad bit of potato. Do you remember when Scrooge says that? He's tripping. A little bit of, fungus on the potato, and he's tripping. Because Jolly went out with the pirates, Billy says. Hey, it's better than fanning. So I'm a jolly railroad fanner. No, it's not fanner. It'd be fanning. I'm a jolly railroad fanny. Fanny? So are you a railroad fanny? Is that what? Maybe. Am I in? Right? Happy Yule at me now. Happy Yule. It's a happy Yuletide. Smoked a happy Yuletide log on Christmas Day. Happy Yuletide log. And they all said amen. And they all said, the words of the day will offend people tomorrow. Yes. The words of today will offend people tomorrow, or the words of tomorrow will offend people today. It's one of those kind of philosophical statements. It goes back and forth. It's reciprocal. It's algebra. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other one. I don't know. Shane and I cheated all the way through sophomore algebra, didn't we, Shane? Weren't we copying off the people in the class before us? Or you would copy off the class before them, and then I'd copy. We had a system. We had a great system, and it worked out really well till algebra 2. It really worked because algebra 1, I think I made a B. I think I was pretty good, you know. I mean, I wasn't good. It was the people before me that were good, that were in class. But, oh, well, you get to pay for that stuff. I got to college statistics and went, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And boy, did I have to work extra hard, just like my high school teacher said. High school teachers, bless their heart, they say things that just aren't true, like you'll regret this one day. And there's a lot of things that they said I would regret that I just don't. And the things that I did regret, they didn't tell me about. They didn't even hint about it. Me Now says, that's why the ghosts of Christmas past and future were always mad at each other. The words of tomorrow. Walter Langston says, a short drive from my house, there is a train bridge that is about 200 feet high. Holy cow. That's tremendous. What is that in meters? What is that? 3 divided by 200? What is it, 70 meters or something? Somebody help me there. I'm going to hurt myself. Chris P says, oh God, we are all on a list. Do any of y'all have passports? We are so screwed. I do. And it's active. And here are the places on my passport right now. Nicaragua, Kenya. Yeah, we're screwed. I'm gone. I am in trouble. Let's see. Big Gas says algebra, because we're going to use it all our lives. It's fantastic. That and new math. About 60 meters. Thank you. Oh, I forgot we have meter people here. Our meter people can keep us straight so that if I say feet or somebody says feet, they can jump in with the conversion. So that's about 60 meters. And it's like three times whatever, how many feet it is usually comes out to the meter bit, but it's a little off. That's how, if I'm watching videos of like, the Himalayas or something, and they'll say, this mountain is so many meters high. I think it's like Mount Everest is 7,000 something meters high. I'll go, okay, 3 times 7. Okay. And it gives me a rough estimate. I don't know. Meter people can help me out there and say, no, Bill, that's crazy. You're wrong. Walter Langston says, will not walk across it because I've seen the movie Stand By Me. Train. Great movie, though. Great movie. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. Peter the Greeter, the meter reader. Okay. I use it at Strong's Adventure says, I use it every day. What's that? You use algebra every day? Are you an algebra teacher? What are you using algebra for? Are you using like, what is it? Pythagorean theorem or something? That's geometry though, right? I'm lost. The distributive property. I remember that. I can still do the distributive. I could do a problem. Probably not. I still remember my order of operations, though. Please, let's see, what is it? Is it please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, the orders of operation in algebra? Why are we talking about algebra in here? I feel like I've been Ebenezer Scrooged right now, brainwashed into talking about algebra. How did this happen? Oh, you're an electrician. Duh. That's why you use algebra. Yeah, but it's probably one of those things now where you're not really doing the formulas. They're just in your head. Like, you're working, you're doing a wire, and then boom, it just happens. I don't know. Chris P says, I recently had an argument with my European wife because she said Centrigate doesn't exist. It's Celsius now. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't. Bins for conduit. Oh, okay. That is algebra Strong's. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. But I believe it. There's an app for that. I hope so. Or get me out of there. There better be an app and a AI. There better be AI for that kind of stuff. Man, if AI doesn't revolutionize the construction job, people, I'm just saying, Instead of like, you're like, all right, what kind of angle here, blah, blah. You just take a picture and send it to AI and go, what do I do here? And the AI gives you the instructions, and then you throw your phone down and go, you do it if you're so smart. Throw it down. I'm just saying. Big Gas says, I don't do it. I let Con do it. It's dad humor, and I love it. I let Con do it. I like Con. I do. He's a great guy. He does it. Cons do it. They do it. All of them do. All of them do. All right, AI, fine. You write that song. Throwing your stuff down. I don't know. I think I think we can rethink Christmas. I think we can rebrand Christmas. Make Christmas great again. I'm just saying. It's possible. Chris P308. Word. Good to have you tonight, Chris. Good to have you here. So this is your first time? We talked about Dolores last night, the universal name for all administrators on the job site. There's a Dolores in every single office building. And some people call her D. Some people call her Lori for Dolores. Big Gas says, facts. Centigrade was changed to Celsius after the inventor of it. I don't get this humor. I feel dumb right now. I do not get it. Centigrade was changed to Celsius after the inventor of it. Okay, well, that's wrong. Todd says, we're going to change Christmas by giving free presents to everyone. Communist. There's Todd's he's a Mason and a communist. Todd, we have outed you. You are outed. You're in trouble now, buddy. They're at Volvo. The big truck place. He works at this huge factory in Virginia, and they make the big Volvo trucks. When he takes pictures of like the inside or whatever, it'll make you want to drive a Volvo, a big Volvo. They look so cool. They do. I swear the engineers are using AI now, and then the guys on the ground have to make it work. AI is high. AI is smoking that Yuletide log you guys were talking about. It's like my son was showing me these pictures of the first generations of AI that him and his buddies were making, and all the fingers and stuff. See, AI has kind of gotten better at all that now, but like showing pictures of all the fingers, how they were like this, like anyway, it was crazy looking. Walter Langston said, it'll be warm here Christmas Day, so not a white Christmas this year, but snowstorm the day after. That is West Virginia if I've ever heard it. Chris P says, I didn't graduate high school, brother. Well, you're smart enough to be in here, and that makes you cool. And so smart enough is, that's relative, by the way. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or bad thing. No, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the crew. This is it. And what's funny is our podcast, our whatever you call this, live streaming, are nothing like the videos we make. But that's what makes it so fun. And that's why I really want to do this. How about some serious feedback? I don't think that's possible for this crew, but I would like to live stream often during the year, but I don't know how to make it work. Is it a weekly thing? Because you have to do it to where people know what to expect. Because Billy at Strong's Adventures, he's on my executive board. He's on my executive board. He has told me numerous times, don't make a premiere and not show up to it. Facts. I don't know how many times I schedule a premiere every time for a while there. Something happens because I usually release videos Tuesday night, prime time at 9 p.m. And something will happen to the church or whatever where I have to go put out a fire, or I'm on the phone and putting out a fire that way, whatever the case is. So it becomes difficult to plan. I'm still trying to premiere though. I do a better job now here. Lately, I've done a better job, but it does get complicated throughout the year to sit here for. I know it sounds crazy, but it does get complicated. I don't know if it would help or hurt the channel. A lot of people say live streaming with what we do actually hurts your channel. I ran into that this year, so it can be a little problematic. So it says, Walter Langston said, you can 3D print stuff with AI. I did not know that. Billy at Strong's Adventure says, hey, Chris 308, I did not either, and I make bukus of money. So, Billy, you need to be a partner of this channel. I'm kidding. I'm playing, man. I love you. I'm just teasing. Big Gaz, do it Sunday night when everyone will watch. here's the thing. Sunday nights are usually, this is an exception because we actually had like 12 in here at one time, which is a record for us this year. There was a few years ago, we did a little better, but 12 people. So yeah, usually those Sunday nights are bad for live streaming, but I like the way you think. I like the way you think. You suck when you do that. That was great. I heard you in my head say that. It was so funny. Like, yeah, dude, quit scheduling premiere and not being in there. What's wrong with you, you fool? You'll break down the space-time continuum. Yeah, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I mean, okay, there was one time that I overslept. Like I took a nap, and I didn't just nap. I went to bed. Okay, I went to bed. Like it was like, I'm just going to close my eyes here. And woke up at 5:30 the next day. So I see you, strong adventure fellow. I plan to do that at least one live stream a week if I can. It can be exhausting to do them once a week, much less every night, but you can do it. You can do it. Get on there, talk it up. A few of us will get on there and bug you. And we'll talk about cooking elf. It'll be a lot of fun. My brother-in-law loves to 3D print stuff. I'm afraid I would have to. That's what my son wants for Christmas. He wants a 3D printer. And I'm like, well, how much does that stuff cost, man? And they've gone down in price. So it should be a little bit more affordable. Bill gets a text from me going, hey, man, you got a premiere. Where you at? He did. He totally did. You okay, bro? You awake over there in Tennessee? Did you get snowed out up there in the big northern parts of Tennessee? Are you heading up to the PF this weekend? G-Town? Big Gaz, I wish I could do that. I lay awake at night worrying I'll get insomnia. Yes, I get that. I totally get that. You have anxiety attacks? Oh, it's Big Frog. He's back. Couple $100 for a 3D printer now. Couple hundred. That's nothing. That's like, we'll buy two. We'll buy two. See, it's already getting me. That Christmas thing going on. Are you hearing it? Where you got to buy. That's what Chris P was talking about earlier. We got to rethink Christmas, people. We got to rethink it. Couple $100. Soon you will have 4D. So then if you have a 4D printer, you're talking about time, right? And being able to see all points of time. Isn't that 4D? Come on, somebody. You algebra people, right? Geometry people. Help me out. Chris P 308. My nephew wants to kiss a possum underneath the mistletoe, but I don't like. I thank Carol. I don't even know what to do with that. How do you respond? What do you say after that? We're trying to make Christmas great again. We're trying to get the Christmas spirit like Scrooge had before the Three Ghosts. He understood how this thing works. He understood. Potted meat, possum. We covered this. I'm glad you added that, Shane, because we did cover that. That's a review. The quiz will be not New Year's, but Christmas Eve. That's when the quiz. We're going to have a quiz in here. I am going to do everything I can to come back on Christmas Eve and do like a last hurrah on Christmas Eve. I started looking at the timeline. And I'm like, man, am I going to make it back? Because I got like 15 festivities to do that day. And I'm like, I'm hoping, but that is the plan, is to do a 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live stream. And we'll see what happens. But that's the plan. And it would take, I've come too far to turn back, folks. I've just come too far to turn back. So the plan that is the plan. And it's probably going to happen. I don't want to worry you. I know you're sitting there going, oh, is he saying he's not going to be here? And you're worried about it destroying your Christmas if I'm not here. I understand. I would worry too. But I wouldn't worry because I'm trying to tell you I'm going to be here. I'm just saying it's going to be a tight squeeze for me. It was a tight squeeze tonight. I had to like dive into the office. And I had to paint the thing behind me. I had to paint that all in the back wall there. A lot of paint, a lot of gold paint. I had to paint my picture on the O. That takes a lot of time, a lot of small brushes, small brush strokes right there. That's right. So it's kind of difficult. Big Frog Barbecue Cooking says, I will be up all night Christmas Eve. Brisket takes a long time. Man, that sounds good though. It does sound good. I'm not eating well right now. Oh, thank you, Shane. You know, see, somebody finally noticed my work. All those nutcrackers I've been painting. Thank you, Shane. Thank you. One person. Nobody respects me and what I do and what I provide. Do you know how long it takes to make those things? Seriously, like 10 seconds. You do realize it's backwards, don't you, Bill? Is it? Actually, I can't tell. Is it backwards? Honestly, don't know because I never can get that right when I load them up there. So if it is, I'm glad you told me. Because when I'm putting them up there, like sometimes it's a long story. Thank you for telling me. I was backwards when I painted it. I was upside down. You guys got to tell me the stuff, man. You're just going to let me that's why we could have 50 people in here right now, but no, they saw the backward Scrooge sign. Y'all probably thought I did it to be funny. I could have played it off that way. Like, yeah, I did that on purpose. It's a part of the humor. You suck. Like Billy said. Yeah, you suck when you don't show up for the premiere. That's great. Oh, Big Frog Brisket is the boss while it's cooking. Yeah, it is. It is. It'll be Christmas Day here in the future. My son, his partner, and my granddaughter will be here for a while. And then I get into my home brew and bourbon. Hey, you've got a Christmas plan. I think Chris P was saying something about that earlier, about how to make Christmas. I just knocked the microphone over. I was trying to show these ridiculous adverts, but they don't show up with the green, whatever it is behind me there. And it was for maple syrup up in Vermont or whatever. Anyway, it was a long story. It was a gag, but it didn't work. Yeah, it's backwards, but it's okay. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Instead, it said Ugursk or something. What would that be backwards? Eggerks, something. Did not catch the backwards Scrooge sign till just now. I can't. Oh, Walter. I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop looking at it. That's great. That's great. I thought I had checked it, but I was in too much of a hurry. I just said, yeah, it only takes 10 seconds. Well, maybe if you took 12, Bill, you could have spotted the backward Scrooge sign. You know, what are you going to do? That's actually a bunch of pasted. The Scrooge is pasted and all the buildings, like the different parts of the buildings are all pasted. You just grab them from other stuff. It's called legal plagiarism is what it's called. Or legal copyright infringement, however you want to dice it. If everyone pointed out everything I did wrong, we would all die from old age before they got done. Well, that's for all of us, right? For all of us, it's kind of like that. I noticed it earlier. I just didn't care. Thank you, Big Frog. I feel you. I love you. You're just so close. We're all just so close in here. I want a brisket too, Big Frog. Where's my brisket? Where's my brisket? That's okay. Well, guys, the time is 10:02. And it's time for me to go into the living room. And, well, honestly, that's really it. I go to the living room. I watch some TV, but I'm not really watching TV. I don't even turn my TV on. I'm watching something on YouTube, but I'm not even really doing that. I'm actually preparing for whatever YouTube thing's coming next for a couple of hours. Then I go to bed. And that's how that works. That's how that goes down. I never stop working. I never stop caring about you. My job is to care about what you guys watch on YouTube and that you're watching this channel. I go to sleep at night thinking about this channel, thinking about you guys, every single one of you. I'm just kidding. I really don't. I just try to think of something silly to put there on the screen and talk about stuff. But either way, I'm grateful that you guys stopped by. You guys are awesome and you make me laugh. And this is so fun. And so I will see you tomorrow night. Got a video coming out Tuesday night. And so be sure to be here, man. Invite your friends, invite your loved ones, invite all the people in your life that you want to see hurt and destroyed. Bring them here, and we will destroy them together. No, I'm kidding. Bring friends and people that laugh and people that goof off and people that understand dad humor and middle-aged crisis stuff. Bring those people. Bring your boss. We'll roast him. Billy, love hanging out with you two. You are hilarious. All of you guys are, man. You got Big Gaz. You're a trip. Chris P, you're a trip. Shane, dude, we're brothers from another mother. And good day. All Merry Christmas. Big Gaz says, I don't know what the heck is going on, but I appreciate this live stream. Well, you are at home, and you need to make a home here every night at 9 o'clock. Well, at least through Christmas Eve, and we'll keep the light on for you. With that being said, Merry Christmas to all and all a good night. And I will see you tomorrow night. Later. Peace.